Tonight we begin our playthrough of the iPad mega hit The Room. This is a puzzle object manipulation game built in 3D. We will have to battle our way into books, we'll have to decipher codes, we'll have to find mysterious objects, assemble mysterious mechanisms, we'll have to use all kinds of weird kind of keys and look through strange eyeglasses and stuff as well. This is going to be great fun, and I do hope you join me on my playthrough of The Room. Greetings, my name is The Adipose and I will be your host as we journey into the world of The Room. This is one of the most popular puzzle games available for the iPad. It's been in the top 20 paid games for a good 8-9 months now, probably even longer than that now. It's a kind of a 3D interactive puzzly, codey, unlock the box thing. I've never really fully understood why it's called The Room rather than The Box, but either way it is absolutely excellent, and I hope you enjoy joining me on this little playthrough. So let's hit new game and see what The Room has to show us. As most games do, it's going to start us off with a little tutorial, but it does get us into the puzzling almost straight away. This isn't ridiculously simplistic, so let's have a little look. This is the first of our boxes that we are going to have to try and open, and we're going to go and investigate this little envelope up here by double tapping. You came. I knew your curiosity would get the better of you. Please excuse the mess. My housekeeper abandoned me shortly after the rest of the world. The answers you seek are inside this box, along with something else. Something they said could never be built. It is the only one in existence, and it is the key to incomprehensible power. This safe was constructed to keep it safe from lesser minds. I have every faith in you solving its mysteries. You always were the smart one. With the enclosed key, I give you one parting favour. Keep this eyepiece with you always. Without it, you are as blind as the rest. The stakes are higher than you could possibly imagine. So we shall pick up the key from the little wax seal on the right. A small brass key with an animal motif. And we shall rotate this little over here, lining up the keyhole. And it's got a fairly simple inventory system here, but one that works well. You simply pull objects into the item you wish to move it with. The whole idea of this game is that everything kind of responds as you might kind of all the items respond as you might expect. You kind of just pull them left, right, up, down. You can spin them, turn them, all that kind of stuff. And here is our little eyepiece, a curious eyepiece. Wow, not just an eyepiece, a curious one. Right, feed me and I shall survive, give me drink and I shall die. I assume that's a reference to fire, would you agree? It doesn't do anything, perhaps something's missing. What does the note say? Feed me and I shall survive, double tap to focus on the note. Feed me and I shall survive, give me a drink and I shall die, tap to continue. A riddle, the solution must be here somewhere, indeed. And we shall zoom out. Okay, well the answer must be somewhere around. I'll try and zooming in on various objects. But apparently not these ones. Yes, thank you. It's refusing to let me zoom out. Let me zoom out! So I assume we're looking for some sort of fire. What have we got? Bespoke safes for the gentry. No, nothing to do. Oh, they said it was fireproof. But it's not responding at the moment. What have we got on the bottom there? Earth. Nope, but the answer's probably going to be on one of the other legs then. Let's have a look. Ah, there's one. Fire. Fire. Wood feeds it, but water puts it out. I guess I should give it a push. Indeedy. It's a key. Oh, I apologise. It's a peculiar old key. But there's something unusual about this key. I should take a closer look. Tap on the key icon in the inventory to examine it. Oh, we can give it a little twirl. Okay. So, where there's a key, there must be a hole. There's kind of a slot on the right-hand side there, and on the left. Ah, there we go. Assuming that's the key shape. Right, it's kind of spiral-shaped. So we turn the... Can I turn the whole drawing? There we go. So which way is going to be our spiral? Actually, that could be actually, or does it go backwards? It looks like it only goes one left and one right, so it's got to be that one there. And let's see if we can put the key in the slot. Open Caesar Adi. Is that an ornate engraved metal plate? The end looks like it could be used as a wrench. Okay. A wrench on what? Ooh, cogs. What have we got here then? That doesn't look like it's going to open yet. I'll just try turning it left and right, but no response. Oh, another key. I wonder if I can use the same key twice if I turn it round. Yeah, that looks like the right shape to that, doesn't it? Let's give that a go. Ah, and open says me again. These seem to rotate, but there are no markings to show the correct pattern. I need to look elsewhere. Okay, so that's, I assume that's a not very subtle hint to go away for now, but probably coming back later. Let's have a look at these other legs. What have we got down here? Water. Nope, tapping that does nothing. Air does nothing. And I can't see anything on this back plate other than the sign that it let it zoom in on earlier. Oh, but there's a screw on the right. I wonder if that screw will line up with that. Ah, I think it does. Do I keep turning? Does it eventually just fall off, or am I just turning over and over? Aha! It's... Ah, this is probably our lens that goes in our eyepiece. Tap the eyepiece icon to wear. Whoa! That is very, very, very cool. Very cool. Albeit the screaming a little disturbing, especially with the handprint on the device there. Oh, cool! It's got handprints wherever I've actually opened up the box. I think that symbol as well was the one that was on the loading screen. It's kind of like a half a spider's web. A little bit kind of like Masonic symbols, isn't it? Hexes and things. Ooh. And assuming that was what we looked at before, now it's got some patterns that I can line up. So let's try and arrange this. Just, oh, everyone, they all move. Oh, the middle one doesn't move. Okay, so let's use the middle one as our guide. That's not quite right. I think that's the middle 2 or 3. And how about that? And I slowly opened the door to reveal another box. Well, well, let's take it out for a closer look. Indeedy. Chapter complete, pleasing progress. But do you really think you have proven yourself yet? Well, of course I have. Of course I've proven myself, but I will prove myself further by continuing the game. There's that symbol again. And the dramatic music continues getting ever more dramatic. This has got to be quite a small box, I guess, if it fit inside the safe. I guess I have very, very, very tiny hands in this game. These 3 seals stand between me and the contents of this box. Okay. So we've got a picture of a keyhole, picture of a cog, and a picture of an eyeball. Let's try turning on the telescope eyeglass thing. It goes kind of green, but nothing more spectacular than that. I'm just trying to double tap on everything and see what it'll let me zoom in on and what it won't. Okay, so that symbol clearly links up with the symbol we saw before. What have we got on top here? Cowl. And I can adjust these letters, but it looks like the last letter is missing, or the last one's a button or something, but either way, don't know what I'm going to be doing with that one yet. So I don't get, there's quite a few sides on this box, so I don't get lost. Let's try and just stay to one thing at a time. The leg here looks slightly different. It's round instead of square. I don't know if that means anything, whether it's just the design. What have we got here? Does that screw? Oh yes, it does. There we go. What mystical magic will be inside? A miniature telescope. Okay, I guess I want to see the small box any more closely. And aha! A book. An ornate leather-bound book. The cover seems very ornate. Okay, let's have a look at the cover. Does the cover move? Kind of looks like it spins. Here we go. And that might allow that to spin. There we go. Right. February 11th. My research continues at a snail's pace. With these barbaric instruments I can barely read anything at all, but there is something there. Between earth and fire, between water and air, I cannot see it, but I can see its presence, like the shadow of the object without substance, yet betraying the shape and form of that which casts it. It is the final element, null. Null, I think that's like a posh word, mathematical word for zero or null. It's like not zero, it's like no response at all. I think it is like there's just nothing there. It brings meaning to the rest, just as all the numbers of the world are meaningless without their zero. The circle are petty fools. So I told you it was Masonic. Blinded by their dark arts and their greed. Alchemy is not the pursuit of callow gold, it is the pursuit of this, and perhaps even more importantly, we have a key. I assume we can leave our book alone for now. So let's zoom out of there and have a look at this side of the object here. It looks like we've got 4 symbols, which will need to be used as a code. Oh, and in fact, looking, can you see there just inside that object, that looks... Could that be part of the code? So if that's the code, we've got 4 slots, and the top right one is kind of a cross on top of a swirly thing. That's my technical term, swirly thing, which would make that one that. Okay, so let's go and continue our search around the box. We've got a cog. That could be that, maybe. Let's see if the clockwork key will go in the hole. Nope, not that hole. And nothing there in the spyglass. Okay, let's continue. Oh, that's glowing a weird green from the side there. Can I close up in on this one as well? Nope. Oh, actually, I haven't seen this one. I thought I'd done all the sides now, but I haven't. Yet another code for various numbers. No, none of those are working, and I haven't seen anything with a code on it yet. What about this? A plate with an eye symbol on it doesn't seem to move. I concur. What about the legs of these last 2? There's something. I'm assuming if it's letting me... there we go. I'm assuming if it lets me zoom in on something, that means there's something there, rather than just being like, yes, let us examine the floor, look at the table. What about the top? That's kind of weird as well. Or have I already done the top? Can I zoom in on that? No, it doesn't seem to let me zoom in on this little one here. It definitely looks like it kind of detaches in some way. Alright, we haven't yet been up here. So what do we got? A star. Nothing. Some more nothing. Ah, there's another code. So that would be the top right of the top left of those things, and it's kind of like a circle chopped in half. I thought there'd be more up here than that, but it looks like there's just a star-shaped indentation, and that's it. So I think that was that. There we go, a circle with a little indentation, and I think I just saw, here we are, look, there's another one. So that's bottom right, kind of looks like a crown with some big crazy thing going on the other one. Oh, it opened. I didn't actually see the fourth one, but whatever it is now open. A heavy cast iron key. I assume there was a fourth clue somewhere, but I've must have missed that. Okay, so what does the key open? Can I examine the key? Let's have a look. Yep, it's definitely a key. It's a weird key though. I don't know what kind of hole would take that in. It just kind of goes straight across from any angle, unless that kind of cross thing has something to do with it. That's just some kind of wick. Don't think there's anything moving parts on this. Or they haven't actually looked at this one actually. Ooh! Hello. Does that do anything by itself? Nope, but it looks very cool. You know what I haven't done is I haven't looked through my spyglass at everything here, so let's try that again. Aha! Where's the number 5? Well, if I kind of move the way I'm looking at it, I can kind of line those weird objects up. It's very, very strange. Kinda 5. How does that line up? Is that a 2 maybe? Like 020? 5, 2, 7. And how would that line up? Maybe another 7? Doesn't line up very well though. 5, 2, 7, and no, that's not a shape. That's not a shape. What about that? Can I line any of that? Oh, hang on, look at that. There we go. There's a 6. 5, 2, 7, 6. How does that work then? Okay, 5, 2, 7, 6. I've put those in the wrong places, haven't I? Oh, no, I haven't. Ooh. What's that? It's a little switch. It's a thing. Oh, and a little wheel that sparks. I wonder if that means that this little match thing goes in there. Haha! We have a flame! For all those things we need flames for. No. I wonder if the telescope goes on that. Yep, I think we can take that as a yes. Can I look through it? There's nothing to see until it's working. Well, why is that not working? Okay, let's pull this up. We have fire. We have the flame. Why is that? Surely that's working. Oh. A little hook. And could this be what my little clockwork key is for? Curiouser and curiouser, said Addy. Let's go and have a little look. A man with no face sits next to the box and moves ever so slightly. Is this a clue to something else? I can't see anything on the box that's different. There's maybe a handle next to the box at the top, but that could actually be the background design. There's a few arrows behind his head. I don't know if that's supposed to be a clue for something. I think I might be missing the hidden meaning here. But maybe that's an arrow pointing at the top of the box. We could maybe go and have a look at that. I get the feeling there's more to that than what I saw. Would the eyepiece reveal anything? Okay, let's try that. Let's head back in. Ooh. Trial. With a spinning box. And a man with no face, or his face scratched out, pointing at the trial. Okay, so... Oh, and there's a cool little thing. Oh, and there's an even cooler little thing. I wonder why there's two patterns. Maybe I have to kind of solve the puzzle twice. Unless maybe there's multiple solutions for this, that's why. In fact, that one would actually kind of work like that and like that, so maybe that's why we need the other pattern of strange snakes. Okay, we shall remember the trial, and we shall just try and do this one first. It's a little bit small, this one. I have to squint it a little bit. Does that go like that? No, I don't think it does. All the other wheels move, except the middle one again, but I don't really see how this wheel lines up there. Like that, maybe? I'm not sure if that's supposed to be kind of like goat horns, but let's try it. So that must mean... that must come around like that, which must mean that the final piece comes around like this. The letter L! Thank you. That is the letter L. Oh, I wonder if that then will go with those other letters. Which of course might be my trial. And maybe indeed the trial is nearly over. T. And I'll have an R, please, Bob. I'll have a consonant, please, Carol. Except this is a vowel. And I will have a trial. Oh no, my telescope. The first seal has opened. One of the seals opened, two more, and I'll be in. A box in a box with a box. Could this be the key to the door? Not at the moment. Let me just check that key doesn't rotate. And it looks pretty solid, doesn't it? I don't think that's going to be changing in any way. Oh, I didn't actually use the scope on that. No, I don't think that's going to be anything. What have we got here? Oh, that might be that key, but it's weird though, it's coming in from the side. But I think that might be the right shape. But it certainly isn't going in yet. What if we come in over here? Like a draw, maybe? Give it a little tug. Am I being defeated by a draw? Or is it locked? I think it is locked. Let me have another look at this. Does anything move here? Let's just use the scope. That key really does look like the right shape on that. But with this blockage in the way, it isn't going anywhere. Oh, hello, what's that? May the 8th, McAllister returns with the rubbings from Egypt. The pattern continues. The Tibetans call the null element space. To the Hindus, it is ether. Ether? And now, to the Babylonians, it is simply up, the other direction. The realm of Ishtar. Of yet more significance is the reoccurring presence of the hexagonal glyph. So I can't call it spiderwebs anymore. I guess I've got to call it the glyph, or the hexagonal glyph. The same symbol repeated in cultures separated by countless centuries and the span of the globe. Who will tell me now that this is idle superstition at work? When my hands hold the first distilled sample, they will recognize me then. Presently, the skeptics have one more in their number. McAllister has quit my service. Indeed. Anything on the back? Not at the moment. I guess this is kind of persuading us of the mind of the madman, or whatever he is, whatever he thinks or does. Right. What is this? It's a safe dial, but there's a piece missing. Where's there a piece missing? Oh well, either way, I guess it's kind of saying don't use this yet. So I guess that means somewhere I have missed something. Let's have another look over here then. So we opened that and we took out what was inside. We haven't done anything with that yet. A circular indentation seems to connect to the mechanism inside, and that key's not responding to that. And let's check the legs again. Nope, that one is done. That leg we've already taken stuff from. There's still this weird thing at the top here. This top. Oh, that one's gold as well. Oh, and that's the one I already come out from. Can you see what I mean? Like, this one's kind of gold at the top, and there doesn't seem to be a reason for it. It's not. It's definitely not letting me zoom in on that like the other ones did. Nothing there except the eye. I guess something else is going to open that then. And again, we'll just check the leg. Yeah, that was where we got the match from. I am puzzled. We don't have that star piece yet. Let's just turn on the mystical magical power and see if that spots anything different. Nope. What about right at the top? Nope, that just zooms me back in on the same thing. Have I missed an object somewhere else? This is the question. We've only unlocked one of the seals, so there must be more to come on this. I'm vigorously tapping on everything in the vain hope that it will zoom me in some way. What about underneath this thing? Nope, we don't seem to be able to go under and over it. Oh, but I can zoom in on that. What's this then? Ooh. We have balls. How do I move the balls? Oh, it seems to be... you probably can't see this, but this is actually responding to the gravity of my iPad. The way that I move the iPad is actually rotating these balls. So if I tilt myself forward, there we go, there's a glowing ball. There's 2. There is 3. But, dear viewer, before I hit number 4, I'm afraid our half an hour is up. I hope you have enjoyed this little look at the room, and are as intrigued as I am to see what happens when I hit this 4th one. If you've enjoyed this trip to the room, then please, please, please hit that like button and do subscribe if you want to see more Let's Plays, tutorials and guides from the Adipose. I will see you in part 2, and I'll tip the iPad back the other way. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.